Fishkeeper Club, collection of people from all over the world with all aspects of knowledge in the aquarium hobby. So let's wait to see who comes in and see where the night takes us. Loads has been happening in my tanks over the past few days. Just mute my laptop. Otherwise, you just keep hearing me feedback all the time. So let's get all out of the way. Dane, good evening, buddy. How you doing, mate? Diogo, thanks for joining us, buddy. Hope you're well. Ian, good evening. How's things? How's everyone's weekend been? Just got myself hot chocolate. Gotta watch the hot chocolate. Apparently, white vinegar is good for your cholesterol as well, so the hot chocolate's all good. Collaboration of curiosities. Good evening, buddy. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you've had a great weekend. Good, Ian. Good. Enjoy your evening. So loads has been going on in what I used to call the rainbow. What I used to call the angelfish aquarium. It's 6 a.m. Oh, good morning. Good morning. I hope that getting up at 6 a.m. you're going to work. I hope you've just not got up at 6 a.m. Better not be your day off. Man, I can't say anything, mate, because I'm up at 6 a.m. on my day off as well. So I hope you have a good day, buddy, anyway. So yeah, as I was saying, the what I used to call the angelfish aquarium, I think I can really call it the angelfish aquarium anymore, because some big changes have gone on. The angelfish is still there. I've not done anything with the angelfish. But there is no longer Kribensis in any of my tanks. They are completely gone. Definitely, I've not seen any in the past, what is it now? 2 days. So yeah, I've managed to get rid. So unfortunate. If I'd still had, like, I've got plans of making my spare room into a fish room. So if I'd have had that going, then the cribs would have stayed. But I kind of got overrun. It turned out there was 20 cribs, 10 in each tank. Jimmy Neutron, hope you're well, mate. Reese, how are you feeling, buddy? So I took 20 cribs down to my local fish store. I had given them an heads up as well. I asked if that was okay. I didn't just turn up with 20 cribs, but they kind of expected me. So, and I ended up getting 6 tiger barbs, 6 green tiger barbs, 6 albino tiger barbs, and 6 tinfoil barbs. So can't really call it an angelfish aquarium anymore. It's more the barb tank now. In the new year, hopefully I'm going to remove 2 of the angelfish and try and rehome them, and then keep the breeding pair and set up like a black water tank for the breeding pair of angels, and hopefully get them breeding. So times are changing for sure. So Felipe, just bear with me. So what I'll do, I have had it on charge a little bit, so I will show it around a few times. But while the light is good, I'll show now. Good evening, Tracy. I'm okay, mate. I've had an all right day today. You know, I've not had much pain, but it's got a little bit painful this evening. So I'm just turning around. So I'll show you the barbs now. So okay, so they're the tinfoil barbs. they're going to grow to maybe 25, 30 centimeters, but that'll take a while for them to get to that size. But those are like, I had to get 6 of those. I just had to get 6 of those. And then the barbs are pretty young, to be honest, which is all good. I do like to get my fish young, and then you can watch them grow. But at the moment, they're all over the show because I've just recently fed the old tank. So, but they've changed the dynamic of the tank so much. Honestly, the tank's so lively. There's never been so much life in this tank. It's been pretty mad. So yeah, I'm kind of I'm happy I've made that move. I'm happy I made the move. The Kribensis. The problem with the Kribensis was, when I thought about it, there's 3 in both tanks. There was 3 breeding pairs of Kribensis. So nothing at the bottom had any peace whatsoever. And I wasn't seeing any of the corridors and all that. And ever since now, all the Kribensis have gone. Corridors have started coming out more. So that's good. So definitely a better move putting barbs in. And I know barbs are aggressive, but tiger barbs are. But there's nothing in there that they can like nip against. And there's 18 tiger barbs in there. And that should help cut down any aggression. Good, Reese. You take care of yourself, mate. I know kind of hernias running my family. I'm lucky, me, touch wood. I've never had one, but quite easy to do, innit? Easy to do. I know my brother got a hernia years ago, his first hernia, just through sneezing. So, yeah, you got to be careful on you. Rollyvert, I hope that's how you pronounce your name. Hi, buddy. Thanks for joining us. Good evening, Sam. How's it going? Hope you've had a good weekend. Garden Mechanics. Good evening, mate. Garden Mechanics, I'm pretty sure. So, do you do 3D printing, Garden Mechanics? Am I right? I think I might be wrong though. So, someone that comes in chat who I've seen on Instagram does 3D printing. I'm not sure if it's you. You do. Nice. I might just contact you on Instagram in a minute. Well, in a bit, mate. Anyway. Stones, mate. Right. So today, I've got to admit, today is the best I've felt in 6 months. And I'll be honest, I've been taking vinegar now for a week, and every day from day one of taking vinegar, every day since then I've got a lot better. Today is the best day I've had. I have got a little bit of pain this evening, just around like the same area, but it's way better. So, like I said, today is the best I've felt in 6 months. So, and the only thing that's changed is I'm taking out vinegar. So, hopefully Anna Marie comes in, because it was her that recommended it. And wow, anyone who got kidney stones, guys, white vinegar in first thing in the morning. In 7 days, it's turned my health around. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Bamboo shrimp decided to shed on its first night in the tank. Oh, mate, yeah, they will shred because they'll grow, mate. So they'll do that quite often. But the first time you see it, though, it's quite worrying, in it, because you do think they're dead, aren't you? I've seen it with my shrimp. Now you kind of get used to it, because it's just like a ghostly husk, in it. They go pink, though. I think they go pink, mate, when they die. A lot of them do, anyway. I don't really understand that, because all like shrimp, Amano shrimp, they kind of go like a pinky color when they die as well. Weird. So, Garden Mechanics. could you do like a pleco cave for going under the gravel with a viewing hatch? I know you can buy them, but I'm just wondering if you can do it. And actually, I think you're in the UK, aren't you? I think you're in the UK. I'm not sure. Hopefully you're in the UK. Just wondering how much you'd do it. I'd like to put a pleco cave down in this corner because I can see in that corner, and I just want a visible pleco cave under the gravel. I've seen them, but yeah, I'm intrigued. And no, mate, your message funny before. He was like, I've got 200 more guppies. I've got nowhere to put them. But I've bought some guppies. Like, oh, funny. But yeah, mate, where I go, Complete Coin Aquatics, that's where I've got all these barbs from. So healthy, really good. All the fish in there are really good though. But yeah, they had some tuxedos. They were pretty decent as well. They were nice. That is a very good point, Garden Mechanics. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys, and subscribe to the channel. Ding the notification button because we do 4 live streams a week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. GMT, and 2 p.m. on a Saturday. So it's always good to get loads of different people come in, get loads of questions. Chat goes all over the place, but it's good. And then I also do a video Thursday afternoon launches, which is aquarium based, obviously. So yeah, try and give them a watch. Tune in. Already designed one and made. Nice. Are you in the UK? Yeah, mate. Yeah, send some pics over, mate. I just want, because I've definitely got a breeding pair of starlight plex in there, and it'd be nice to try and get them there, you know. But I also wouldn't mind trying to entice them gold nugget plex out that I bought a year ago, and I haven't seen. It is about a year ago since I bought them, and I haven't seen them since. Sorry. I haven't seen them since 23rd of December. What's that about? Breeding cave removal base. Yeah, mate. Yeah, definitely send some pics over, mate. Arowana tank, mates. Jeez, mate. How big's your arowana? Big fish, mate. Big fish. Thomas Kelly. That is what this is all about, mate. Those that have got the experience can pass things on to you, mate. So by all means, join in, ask questions, everything, mate. My channel's great for the newcomer to the hobby as well, mate. There's loads of different information on there. How to set up aquariums for planted aquariums, how to cycle your fish tank, all kinds of stuff on there, mate. So yeah, by all means, mate, this is what it's all about. We're here to help people out. I don't know everything, mate. I'm learning stuff still. I've been in the hobby for like 40 years, so over 40 years. So we've got like Guppy Man Reese breeding guppies there, mate, for 17 years. We have a guy called Ken that comes in who grows plants. I've got to keep remembering to say he grows plants and sells plants before I tell everyone he's our resident smoker. I think I upset him the other day. Like, yeah, Ken's our resident smoker. He smokes all kinds of ribs and meats and everything. And he was like, I've got loads of fish tanks as well. I was like, yeah, no, but we don't really bother about that, mate. It's just, you always make us hungry. I'll be honest with you on my own. I'm not quite sure, mate. I've never had a arowana. And all I can say to you is something big fish, mate. I've never been a big fish owner. I'm just like normal, small time tropical fish. But I'd say anything that you can't eat, to be perfectly honest. The snake skins, them yellow snake skins are beautiful though, aren't they? They are stunning guppies, aren't they? They are stunning. You just got to try and limit the amount of females you have. In a home aquarium kind of setup. Become like quite invasive, aren't they? They just take over. They were nipping at your platies. I've never heard that before. Dane had saying before. I think it was Dane saying that his dwarf neon rainbow fish had been attacked his guppies. Oh, was that you, Reese? I think it might have been. Was it you, Reese, that said that dwarf neons had attacked your guppies? Because it's like, it's weird, isn't it? Because they're not aggressive like in any means, but cheers on Moran. Just there were other days, mate. More people come in. You get like people from America that are big fish keepers as well, mate. So like they can help out more, but we're just like little small time tropical fish guys. 12 guppies in a 60-litre aquarium. Don't see a problem with that, mate. As long as they're all males. Good evening, Troy. Anyway, hope you're well, mate. If you got females in there, mate, you won't have 12 for long, will you? We were like, what do we do with 1,200 guppies and then 60-litre? 50 snake skins. I bred myself. Nice. What do you do about 12 guppies? They look amazing. They are something else, aren't they? They are beautiful guppies. They really are. Is this what I have to watch now with the barbs? I have to watch what I put in the barb tank, because anything like that is just not going to stand a chance. But it is going to have to be renamed the barb tank, though, isn't it? It's going to be. Those tinfoils, though. Those tinfoil barbs, just like, god damn. They're amazing. I probably will end up having probably get a bigger tank at some point for those, but that'll be years down the line, hopefully. So I know, mate. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Well, I can. I do believe it, obviously. Can't believe they were nipping at them though. It's weird, though, isn't it? It is weird, mate. They all have. I think they all have their own little personalities, anyway, don't they? Yeah, this is the thing in it, garden mechanics. Anything I learnt my lesson with the cardinals, didn't I? You know, I fed 22 cardinals to my angels and cribs. What? But yeah, and just if it fits in its mouth, it's food, and it's simple as. everything living's hardwired in it to get food. So no matter what, at some point, everything becomes food. If you start starving, then you end up everything, no matter what, you'll try eating it. Speed King, good evening, buddy. Thanks, mate. I'm Manchester, buddy, UK. It probably is a change in the water, Tracy, you know. That's probably what it is. To be honest, Thomas, yeah, I've looked at them Odessa Babs this weekend. So my oh god, what a weekend I've had. So my washing machine broke on Saturday, so I had to go and get a new washing machine on Sunday. But I had the plans of like sorting out the tanks for the cribs on Sunday, so that kind of interrupted them plans. But then I didn't have any bags to put fish in. I was like, oh god, totally unprepared. So I did go to another shop, and they charged me. They charged me for 3 bags. Bad that, innit? It's bad that, innit? I bought that glass tank from there as well, and that unit, 750 quid, and they charged me for 3 bags. 3 bags, 3 bags. Cheek, bang out of order. But I got the bags anyway. Yeah, man. And then I come back here and doing that. So yeah, it's a bit of a mad one. On the weekend. But they had, when I went in there for the bags, they did have the Odessa Babs. Oh, I have considered going and getting some, to be perfectly honest. Maybe this weekend. Because the barbs have totally changed the dynamic of that tank now. It's like, it's way more lively. I'll stand out the way a little bit because you'll see it. It is like, there's just so much going on there now. These tinfoils here are just, oh God, so beautiful. So beautiful. That tank's just gone from a calm tank with aggressive Kribensis to like just mental. So everything's going crazy in there. Cheers, Tracy. It does. I'm well impressed. To be honest, mate, it's the best thing I've done. You know, moving them cribs out. Took them in, and the girl held them up. She went, "Oh my god, they're amazing." She was like, "Oh, I might take a couple home." I was like, "Well, them 2 females there." I pointed out which females go that golden color that I've shown you on stream. It's like them 2 females, when they like settle, they go amazing. So I showed her some photos. So I think she's probably taken them home with her. I don't blame her because I didn't really want to get rid of those, to be perfectly honest. But you know what? It was so easy. It was so easy. I was thinking this is going to be a nightmare. Getting every single crib out is going to be an absolute nightmare. So I started in the rainbow tank, and I got 9 out in one hit. 9 straight away within minutes. 9 into the bag. I was like, wow, okay. 1, oh no, he was having none of it. So put a bit of food down. Came onto this tank again. Caught 9. 1 was giving me a hard time. Put some of them down. Then put one of them down on the gravel. Comes back to the rainbow tank. Oh, cribs on it, innit? So I just netted him out straight away. Boom, that one done. This one though, wow, he was like, nah, I'm not falling for that. I'm not falling for it. So tried it. I put the tablet in the net and just walked away. Just wasn't feathering it at all. So I just fed loads, like, well, not loads, but fed fluval bug bites in there. I wasn't being outsmarted by a fish. And it just going like, oh, no, wait, it's free time. And straight out, boom, net. Nice. Caught 20 cribs within about 25 minutes. So I was kind of like well impressed, to be honest, because I thought it was going to be a nightmare. Didn't disturb any hardscape. Oh, yeah, I was very lucky, very lucky. See, I think, Thomas, because of the size they grow, they're not small fish barbs. They can grow to quite a size. Even tiger barbs grow to like, I think they can grow to a couple of inches. So I wouldn't, because it's not the fact that they grow to that size, it's the fact that you need 8 to 10 of them. So yeah, I'd go for 3 foot minimum. But yeah, I'd be looking at trying probably more 4 foot, just because of the size they grow and the groups. When you've got, I love schooling fish, me, Thomas. All my tanks are like pretty much all schooling fish, really. I love it. I love that visual effect that you get with schooling fish. Something else. The next thing will be in the new year back onto Tropco, and I'm going to look for maybe 20 rummy nose tetras for the rainbow tank, because now I've taken 10 cribs out of there, I can easily replace that bio load of 20 rummy nose. 20 rummy nose tetras. They're like, rummy nose tetras are like the best schooling fish ever, aren't they? There's never like no fish left behind. There's no fish left behind. If one of those fish stops to have a pee around the back of a Java leaf, then they all wait for it, and then they're off again. There's never any left behind. They're amazing. So yeah, that'll be the. I think that's going to be the next addition to the rainbow tank. Then they're all full again then. Missed a little bit of chat here. Where we go? Good evening, Pete. How you doing, mate? Sorry, Tracy, I'm trying to find out. Do you know if I'm terrible for it? My daughter says leave them, but I can't. What? I'm just thinking, do you know when your shrimp loses its shell? You do leave. I don't know if you'd say if that's what you're talking about, but yeah, you kind of leave that in, really, because they'll eat it and get like calcium off it, and other things will eat it as well. But you might not even be talking about that. But with shrimp, Sam, provide them loads of hiding spaces, mate. And I mean like loads, and they come out way more. But they can be little pains. Check out fish keeping answers, mate. Richard, everything regarding shrimp, mate. He's awesome. My shrimp tank experience changed massively once I started watching him. Good evening, Will. How are you doing, bud? Will, have you seen? I've sent you a picture on Instagram, mate. I don't know if you've seen it. It's I don't know what it is. I can't make it out. Yeah, leave the malts in it. That's what you do, man. Great source of calcium, man. Yeah, you do. That's all good then. That's all good. I'm about looking for them and they go, hey, well, oh no, yo, tell me about it. I'm the phantom fish counter, me. You don't know how many times I've counted them barbs. The good thing is they're pretty easy to count because they all stick together. I just wish you just stand still for a minute. Well, the tin foils, they're dead easy to count. They're to be honest, they're like No One Left Behind. Again, the tin foils are like on it all the time. They just stick together. I have had tin foils before. And when I saw them in there, and I was like, I knew the tank was changed into a barb tank. But yeah, tin foils had to go in there. No worries, Will. It's just something growing on the glass in Tracy's tank. It's weird. I don't think it's anything to worry about, to be honest. But I've never seen anything like it. I've lived this thing with things going into hiding, Tracy. But those 2 gold nugget plex. It's coming up. What date are we on now? 16th. 16th. So 51 weeks ago. 51 weeks ago was the last time I saw my gold nugget plex. Either of them. I have, Will. Check these babes out, man. These are looking pretty decent, mate. So I have had the tank's well changed, mate. The whole dynamic of the tank has changed. So the tinfoil barbs at the top there. They're only young though. But they're gonna have some great colouring on them fins. And then so we've gone tiger barbs, mate. So we went 6 albino, 6 green, and 6 normal tiger barbs. But honestly, mate, it's like proper change the dynamic of the tank. The tank is now just like so lively. It's honestly, it's incredible. It's incredible. But those tinfoils, I know I keep going on about them, but they're awesome. They're awesome. So there we go. I fell in love with the tinfoils when I saw them on the Tuesday. When I went in there to see if I could swap them out. I've always had a thing for tinfoil barbs, and when I saw them, and I'd already made the decision that the cribs and that were going, so having them in there, it was the obvious swap. I took the cribs down there, mate. Yeah, I got like 15 quid. 15 quid for 20 cribs, which, like, I know they're selling for 2 for a tenner, but to be honest, mate, I've had enough fun out of those cribs, to be honest. But they had got to the point, because each tank, so I removed 10 cribs from each tank, and there's 3 breeding pairs in each tank. So pretty much the ground of the tank was dominated by 3 different pair of cribs, and there was no piece at the bottom. So taking them out, the cories have started coming out more because they're not like fearful. So yeah, it was quite a good move. It's definitely a good move. And I know tiger barbs are can be a little bit feisty, can't they? But there's 18 of them in there, so the numbers should calm that right down anyway. Plus, I'm not putting things like guppies in there or a fighter or anything with frilly fins, so should be all good. You should have heard the tin foils though in the bags. They were proper jumping. I ended up kind of like trying to get them out as quick as. They didn't like being in the bag, the tin foils, at all. I go in there a lot, Sam, and I don't know if they know I do a YouTube channel, so if they do, I take it they do. They never say anything, but it's if they do know, because I follow them on Instagram and that, so surely they see my same stuff. They follow me on Instagram, so I think they must know that I do a YouTube channel. So maybe that's why. But yeah, I tend to take everything to my Maidenhead Aquatics in Wigan though, because he does sort me out. Normally like food, things like that. A bit of dried food or a bit of live food sometimes as well. Charles Porter, good evening, buddy. Yeah, mate. I wish I could afford some £150 fish. But to be honest, I have been looking for red devil angels, but yeah, they're hard to get hold of, to be perfectly honest. So we ended up like, well, the angel fish are gonna. I have got angels in here. Two are going. Two's gonna get a black water set up. I'm gonna try and get them breed. Well, it's not gonna be hard getting them breeding. They're a breeding pair. They're always breeding. So it'd be nice to get them into another tank. Just them two. That's it. Let's get that breeding action going on and see if we can get some angel fish. Because in the new year, I'm going to start moving all the stuff out of my spare room. I haven't used things in there for 10 years, so surely once you've not used it for 10 years, it actually automatically just becomes rubbish, doesn't it? So I'm going to get all my fishing gears down to my mum's and stick it in their garage. And then happy days. Fish room, here it comes. I have not got. I may have one ember tetra. He kind of jumped in. No, in fact, no. Sorry, I haven't got ember tetras, mate. No, no. Sorry, no. I got mixed up there. I've got. I can't think what it is. So I've got red phantom tetras, and then this other tetra sneaked in with them. So, but no, and I've got silver tip tetras. But ember tetras are pretty decent though, Graced. Thanks for joining us as well, mate. They probably could. They probably could get them in garden mechanics, yeah. But to be honest, like, I've kind of changed it now. So the breeding pair in here, to be honest, I have thought about it. I drive for a living, so I do a lot of like thinking about tanks and setting up fish rooms in my flat. But the breeding pair is a black marble and a red devil koi. So I'm thinking like you might get some nice, proper nice young from them. So it'd be interesting. So I've got to give them a go, Anna, because they breed all the time. So that's gonna be the plan for the new year anyway. Try and build a fish room as the channel grows. It's harmless, that will, isn't it? There you go. Sign of a healthy aquarium. And I've never seen it, so that says a lot, doesn't it? There is some like mad algae, isn't there, that people are like, wow, don't get rid of that. It's so rare. It's like, isn't like an orange algae that grows in some tanks, but it is like so rare. It's like you're lucky if you get it. I will check them out, Charles. Bear with me. Are they marine? Are they saltwater? Because when I've put Taiwan angels, I kind of get a bit of both. I get saltwater, and then I get those red angels there as well. But not quite sure. But either way, if they're saltwater, then yeah, definitely out of my range. But it's got to be done. It's got to be done. The angels. I want to breed the angels. I do want to breed the angels. I want them to have a crack at it. So it's being a tank on their own. First tank in the new fish room. So, and what I kind of want to do in there is set it up so I film in there, so I can do my videos in there and I can do the live streams from in there. It means I'm like setting up. I have to do it in my lounge, so I have to set everything up, and it's always a rush. And I'm like, I always sit down and I'm like, oh, I've got to do this. And so if it's already set up in the spare room, I can just go in, sit down, boom, away we go. So yeah, and in time, it'd be nice to get another camera. So when I'm doing my films, when I'm filming, film from 2 different angles, so it changes the angle. That's what I try and jazz my videos up a little bit. So, but all in time, all in time. Sorry, I'm just catching up on Tracy and Will's conversation about this mold that's growing. Because it is really nice looking as well. My Facebook is the same, mate. BGN Aquariums, Charles. Saransh, good evening. How are you doing? How can I control hair algae in my planted aquarium? Cut down the amount of food that you're putting in there, mate. Cut down your light for a start. Hair algae is pretty easy to remove with a like a toothbrush. But yeah, mate, kind of cut your light down by a couple of hours at least. Depending how long your light's on for, mate. Algae is always just an imbalance. Too much food going in, not enough plant growth, maybe not enough oxygen, not enough CO2. But the main thing is light and food. Yeah, Ottos will definitely eat it, mate. I didn't realise there were so many different types of Ottocinclus as well. But Tropco have some that are a little bit bigger. But they are quite I think they're hard to look after. I don't really have a problem with Ottos, but apparently they are quite hard to look after. Ferocious algae eaters, Ottos, mate. And Amano shrimp. That was a good one to put in as well. But yeah, Saranch, I actually do a video on my channel about reducing algae, mate. So probably worth checking out. For anybody that isn't at the moment that's not a subscriber, if you can dink the subscribe button to support the channel, that'd be fantastic. We do 4 live streams a week and 1 video per week. So if you click the notification button, it'll let you know we go live, which is Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 p.m, Saturday 2 p.m. GMT. And like I said, do a video that launches Thursday afternoon at 3:15. All aquarium based, all educational, and to be honest, I try and pack as much information into them as possible. So they are all worth watching, in my opinion. But also like liquid CO2 as well. It's always good. I add liquid CO2 to my tank just because my lights are on all the time and there's a lot of slow growing plants in my big tanks. So, but you do have to watch because that liquid CO2 can destroy some plants. So. Yeah, a lot of things won't eat air algae, Saranch. Better just like toothbrush in there. Get your wife's or husband's toothbrush and just you'll soon be able to remove it, mate, with that. Just don't tell them. Cheers, Reese. I will check them out in a bit, buddy. Yeah, I've never heard of sponges, mate, to be honest, growing. Would be cool though, wouldn't it? Ottos just don't stop eating. They say, really, from what I can gather with Ottos, you don't really want less than 4 because they're quite a social fish. But you don't want more than 8 unless your tank is huge because they end up kind of like starving because there's just no algae left. Sorry, you know when you see things in your tank, you're like, what's that? Things catch my eye. Hopefully you enjoy them, Saranch. They're all really educational, my videos, mate. So mainly rainbow fish, but you can kind of judge a rainbow fish like any community tank, really. And as for the planted side, well, that teach what I know, mate. Put out what I know, but I'm still learning that side as well. Yeah, I think you still got to feed them a little bit, Sam, for sure. They come out. Well, thing is, you feed the tank, don't you? You don't technically feed like specific fish. When you feed the tank, the ottos are going to be there, aren't they? You can't go. I've never seen them say like, "Oi, ottos, you're not to eat any of this," and you go, "All right." It's like food goes in, doesn't it? That's one of the problems when I'm trying to feed the shrimp, the guppies, the endless are all over it straight away. So it's you can't really. It's hard to target food things, isn't it? Because fish just sense it in the water straight away. If you like fish keeping answers, I watched his latest video today that he's launched today, and it is quite incredible. He's got like this blue crayfish, and he puts one frozen block of bloodworm in there, and the second it hits the water, the crayfish appears at the edge of his little cave, and he's out, and he's straight away, he just knows where it is, and grabs hold of this bloodworm. It's like, it's incredible. It's worth watching because it's a beautiful crayfish, to be honest. But the second that bloodworm hits the water, that crayfish knows it's there. I know shark and piranha can sense like a drop of blood from miles away the second it hits the water, but I'm not sure like with a crayfish, but it knew straight away. It was incredible. It's well worth watching. It's really interesting. Baked bread. Good evening, buddy. I hope you're well. I'm doing fine, mate. Not too bad today. Good, Saranch. That's what I like. Oh yeah, train it. That, you know what? That's quite interesting thing, that will, isn't it? If you could train it to grow up the tank, the mold. So Thomas, if it's your first low tech plant, straight away, mate, I would look. So I'm a bit of a believer of you get what you pay for. Yeah. So when it comes to like substrate, or when it comes to aqua soils, I'm just a bit of a believer of buying the better makes. So like the Fluval, the Tropica, the Hugo Cominci. It's a really good soil. So I'm a believer of buying good, because that's like the base of all your plant life. So the thing is, if you buy cheap and it's rubbish, yeah, then you have to reset the entire aquarium, don't you? Right. So to me, soil is like the best soil you can get. Then cap it with either. So I'm more of a fan of like a smaller gravel rather than sand. I've always preferred that. And then as for like plants, Tropica and Denele, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. They do some great plants for the beginner. Look at their easy ranges. So things like Anubias are really good. They're Anubias and Jara ferns All the epiphytes are just plants that you can just attach to wood, or maybe stick them to little stones so you can just move them about the tank so you get it looking right. So the epiphytes are just something you don't plant. Like I say, they're just things that you attach to your hardscape. And then you could be looking at crypts. A lot of the easy stem plants. When you start in a tank, you want some real good, fast-growing stem plants. Years ago, they used to call it kabomba. I can't think what they call it now. S. repens, I think, maybe. No, it's not S. repens. I can't think what they call it, but it's you get so. I really can't remember what they call it. Maybe someone will throw me in, but they used to call it like kabomba. It is a kind of, it's just a fast-growing stem plant, and they're just great for stripping nutrients out of the water when you're starting off a new tank. But yeah, anything on the easy range, so they just basically need light, fertilization, and away you go. I do on my channel, mate. There is the Planted Aquarium. It's called. It's just basically telling you everything you need to do to set up a planted aquarium and how to maintain it. How have you turned a noisy air pump into a silent one, Guppy Man? Don't know why I called you Guppy Man, Reese. Why? How have you done that? Did you turn it off? People say hang them, but I've never found hanging them works. It's not the vibration that's causing the noise sometimes. It's the diaphragm. When the diaphragm goes, they're a nightmare. I've got to admit that Haiger one is still silent. Spot on. Yeah, Tracy, you're going to have to keep us informed on this. If you can get it to train, we're all going to be coming to Tracy's to get some of this mold. We'll be taking samples of it and taking it to our tanks. But that'd be cool, won't it, if you can train it to grow round. You've got to try them, Bates. You've got to try them, mate. Spicier the better. I did the 1 chip challenge. I think it's probably about 18 months ago. It is on my channel, but it is only up for members. It kind of like interferes with the algorithm because it's not fish based. But it's on for. But yeah, I lasted 10 minutes as well. 10 minutes on the 1 chip challenge, and then I was like, I don't need to go any further. 10 minutes is enough. But yeah, mate, do it. Super spicy noodles, mate. Do it. Get on them. I'd love to have I'd go halves with you, mate, on you if you was there now. I'd be like, do it. I don't mind a bit of spice. That's why I'm so healthy. That's why my stomach's always done in. Probably all the spice I have. Not a problem, Thomas. Not a problem, mate. Yeah, I'd love to, Tracer. I do. That's why I actually looked for them on Sunday when I went getting the barbs and taking the cribs in. I looked to see if they had Illstream mulches. Because to be honest, they tend to have them in there. Now I'm looking for them. I won't be able to get them. So I mean, when you don't want them, you see them all the time. And then when you want some, all of a sudden, no one has any. It's pretty decent garden mechanics, that Haiger air pump. Like I say, it's silent. It runs all the time. It powers this tank. And yeah, mate, I never hear it. And it's in my lounge, so they have to be silent. But yeah, I'm well impressed. I'll I'll definitely, when I set up the fish room, I'll definitely be using one. I think they might have to get into them and see if they're any bigger ones. But yeah, I'll definitely be using them again for sure. So your mother tried them and she's had a mouth under the tap for 10 minutes. Bit of milk, mate. Milk will soon sort that out. But now you've got to do it, mate. If your mum's done it, then you've got to do it. You can't wimp out now, because your mum will never let you live it down, and neither will we. Because we'll always be, oh, baked bread. That's the guy who wouldn't try them hot noodles that his mum tried. So you've got to try it now. Just try to guilt trip you, mate. That's all. Try to shame you into doing it. But yeah, man, do it. You know what? The mad thing is, the week after I did the hot chip challenge, they stopped it because too many people had died from it. So I take it you still get it though. But it is hot. If no one's ever tried the hot chip challenge, and you can get the opportunity to do it, try it, because it's out of this world. Ansh, how you doing, mate? Thanks for joining us. I'm fine, mate. Thank you. Kimco, good evening. Thanks for joining us, or good morning, I should probably say to you. Hope you're having a good day, mate. I know, mate. I know, Thomas. So I had when I did the hot chip challenge, I did, because like I am celiac, so it's not great. It's not a great thing to do when you're celiac. Anyway, well, yeah, I did like a pint of milk before I started, just to put a lining on my stomach, and then I had 4 ice cream Snickers on standby for after. And I've got to admit, it was just an excuse to have 4 ice cream Snickers, not feel like a pig. But yeah, it was an experience though. It's an experience. I can understand why people kind of like hallucinate on it, because it's got to admit, you kind of like parts where you start going proper lightheaded. Did you go shoplifting, mate? Did you sort it out? Good lad. Good lad. BGN Aquariums does not recommend shoplifting, even though we did. Is that American only, Tracy? Right. So I tried ordering that and they didn't have any in stock. So, but I'm not sure if he runs that in his. I need to speak to him actually, because I'm not sure if he runs that in a shrimp tank or not. I think it might be a little bit too powerful for shrimp. But that little hang on the back canister filter that Haiger do looks absolutely brilliant, doesn't it? It really does. I just have a little sponge filter in my shrimp tank, Trace. That's all I run. Little sponge filter. To be honest, I'm going to do some work on the shrimp tank tomorrow and the CO2 tank. Tuesday night is Tuesday night is where I have a night off, but there's a little bit of work needs to be done. I need to get rid of a little bit of algae out the shrimp tank, drop the light on that again, because that's what I try and cut down the algae on there. Trim some plants in the shrimp tank, replant them. I'm going to probably take out the ammonia out of the CO2 tank, because that's just not doing any good at all. It is like a proper advanced plant and I'm struggling with it, so I may just go for a full wall of rotala at the back for now. We'll see how it goes. We'll have to have a look when I trim it, trim it all back tomorrow and see how it is. But the Amania just seems, I don't know why I'm struggling with it. You definitely need to do it, Bates. Let us know how it goes. Should record it, put it on Instagram, mate, and we can all watch you. Sangeeth from Sri Lanka. Good evening, buddy. Hope you're well. It's 4:01 p.m. Oh, nice. I'm just correcting the first time this evening. Are we a day off? Are we a day off from you? Yeah, I think you're like 5 hours behind us, Kim, aren't you? You must be 5 hours behind us. Nothing is ever good for the waistline, Thomas. I walked past McDonald's and put half a stone on. You'll notice a difference, Ange, with fertilising your plants, mate. You'll notice a massive difference. Darren Tullett, good evening, buddy. Thanks for joining us. When I set up a song close to the peaceful fish, got 6 black widow tetras. I've now had my second one vanish. I wish I come across such a thing. Mate, things go missing. They do go missing. If a fish has died, which is a possibility, mate, there's a good chance everything else eats it before you even get a chance to see any kind of body. I've never really had, I've not had black widows for a long, long time, mate. I'm not quite sure if they suffer from any kind of diseases nowadays that can see them off. Sometimes fish just die, mate. But I've got 2 gold nugget plecos in the back of there, mate, that I paid £80 each for, and I haven't seen them for over a year. I'm kind of intrigued, 1, if they're still alive, and 2, if they are still alive, how big are they nowadays? I never see them. But yeah, mate, we do tend to, you can just lose stuff, mate. I'm a bit of a nightmare for trying to do head counts all the time, just to make sure everything's okay. But just keep an eye on everything else, Darren. Just test your water parameters, just make sure everything's okay that way. Always make sure you've got plenty of oxygen in your water. Just those little things that just make sure that everything's right for them, buddy. So you've kind of packed it out with filter floss. Now, has that worked, mate? Yeah. I take it's worked because you said it's worked. Worth looking into next time. So noisy though, aren't they? Some air pumps are just a bloody nightmare, aren't they? Oh. Ow. Trying comfy, my neck's killing today. I don't know why. It's not like nothing's changed. I don't know why it's hurting my neck today. Getting old. Yeah, mate. 9 o'clock here. 9 o'clock. I'll have to look into that, Tracy, because like I say, I ordered one of them. Sure, we don't have any of them in stock at the moment. So see, Richard they may have sent it from America, but surely it'd have a 2-pin plug on it. I don't think he mentioned it having a 2-pin plug. But yeah, I've not heard anything off Higer though now, so I don't really know what the score is with those. I don't know how often they approach you to do work for them, but from what I can see, they actually do approach quite a lot of people. So once I saw the amount of people that they approached, it didn't make me feel that special anymore. To be honest, like I wait for Fluval or something like that because they approach everybody, so must work for them. But in all fairness, the 2 things that I got off them are both pretty good, so I can't complain. It's a shame that baked. It would have been nice to watch you do a hot noodle challenge, mate. Hot noodle challenge. I just use a sponge filter, and then I have an air stone running as well, just to help circulation in the shrimp tank, Tracer. That's all I have going. There is a few little dead zones though. I will clear it all up tomorrow. Just needs half an hour work on it, getting off a bit of algae and stuff, but kind of leave the shrimp tank alone, really. Plecos, Kimco, are a bloody nightmare, mate, aren't they? The thing is, you pay a lot of money for them, don't you? And then you never see them. Kind of hurts my soul, really. I just like to see them every now and again. Yeah, that's the point. I mean, you may have already answered before I say. Oh, you already answered. I'll get to it in a minute. I was just going to say, how do you test oxygen? But like this at the moment, Jesus, it does say that Barb's like highly oxygenated water, and there's 5 plex in there, so it's got to be anyway. But Jesus, there's so much. There's 2 filters in there. They both like break the surface. There's an air pump running through 2 stones in there. There's plants in there. There's more oxygen than water, I think. No problem, Darren. It probably is just something that's happened, mate. It's just if there's no problems, then it can either be just something wrong with the fish itself or just transport. The noodles are on. We are going to have a baked bread pretty soon. It's awesome, Tracer. It's awesome. I mean, I'm well impressed. I'm impressed with the wave maker as well, to be honest. The wave maker, the scent's really good. I've just turned it off at the moment because the red rainbows are just a little bit young, and as soon as I put it on, they all go behind it. So that just says to me it's too strong for them at the moment, and it's not one that you can adjust the power. So Oh, you'll be all right, Baked. Just it's mind over matter. It is, mate. It's mind over matter. You do. That's the thing with sponge filters, though, isn't it? They don't really give you that much circulation. So, and I'm always a bit wary with the shrimp because I don't want to be pulling out little shrimplets when I'm taking algae out because you know there's going to be loads in there. I was just a little bit wary. I don't really test phosphate very often, Darren. I probably should really. Nitrate, I kind of test my tanks about once a month now. I tend to do it like on a Tuesday night or something like that. I test my tanks once a month. And I test my tap water once a month as well, Darren. Always test your tap water, mate. It's probably more important than if you do water changes. Testing your tap water is probably more important than testing your tank water. Because if your tank water's all right and your tap water's off, don't put it in. So yeah, it's always good to test that, mate, for sure. But I have got a phosphate test. I've got an iron test, and I've still not used the iron test. Honestly, the iron test needs to be like Stephen Hawking to suss out what it's about. Honestly, I just don't understand it at all. It's like you've got to be a proper scientist to do the iron test. It's not as simple as doing a pH test or a nitrate test. What an absolute, honestly, testing iron with the test I got is just like it's a science project. Yeah, it's not good. Not good. Bloody hard. I always give it a bit of a shake. Mechanics. It's like the sponge filter. You obviously get algae growth on there, but the sponge is like the main attraction in it. It's the main attraction for shrimp. So you just gotta like shake off and look and just those minute little shrimplets. My nitrates are probably a little bit higher than sorry. No, yeah. I don't really know. My nitrates are always kind of like pretty high anyway. But it's a bit of a mad one in it because 40 years ago, nitrates meant nothing in the aquarium hobby. Didn't mean anything. Neither did any water testing and all that. It was just something you never did. Corridora, hi mate, how you doing? You have a well in your garden, Bates. That's pretty decent, isn't it? So what kind does a pH test out on that, Bates? On your well? Love Preet, good evening, buddy. How you doing? You think you've got all male trays there? It's a bit sneaky if they've give you all males though. I think my phosphate test is API, Darren, and that's easy, but it's the iron test. Honestly, it's like, I don't know. Like when I looked at, I'll be honest, I looked at it once and I was like, nah, my head wasn't in it, and I've not really picked it up since. I should have another look really because I need to do. I do need to test iron in that tank, but yeah, it's just mind blowing. I'd probably do better if I looked and watched someone on YouTube doing the test, and then I'm better when I watch someone rather than like read a stupid instructions that you get with them. Garden mechanics, that's quality. So found what looked like a dragonfly today, sent a pic to Tim at Shrimp Cove. He said he'd eat the shrimps, took it out with tweezers and fed it to the Congo puffer. Yeah, mate, that's what it's all about, isn't it? That is what it's all about. Oh, Will, honestly, the iron test, it's bloody stupid. Honestly, it's Chem as well. Chem's iron test. When I saw the size of the box, I thought, yeah, it's not right. This, but you want to see what you get with it. So you get like, I take it they're just the strips for testing, so you can test the color, right? Yeah, and then you get these little 6 little things that you've got to do. So they're like little dishes, 6 dishes, and you get 2. It's honestly, it's test iron. Get 2 of those. Pipette, little spoon. To be honest, I felt like a spoon when I'd read the instructions. Little spoon. It's not finished. You get this tub of this like powder there, and then you get this sort of stuff that looks like a veil of pea. So yeah, it was just like, honestly, it's just, it probably took longer to get it all out of the box than it does to do the test a bit. But yeah, that's just like, it's just too much, isn't it? You know what I mean? I'm just a simple fish keeper. I'm not a scientist. It's so difficult. But Will, honestly, with all that stuff, you just think, well, what do you do with it all? So I probably end up watching a YouTube video and see. Someone will show you how to do it on YouTube, won't they? I'm bound to. If they're not, I'll show everyone how to do it wrong. But yeah, it's so complicated. think with shrimp, mate, they just keep going, don't they? I don't think you can kind of overstock because the bio load's so small. Cheers, Kimco. I have I've done quite a lot of work on the rainbow tank over the past few weeks. Well, I did it live on the stream actually a few Saturdays ago. It was I'd been talking about doing a live stream of stripping it down completely. Luckily, I didn't really have to, but yeah, it kind of took a turn. I actually got that's the video that comes out on Thursday this week. Is just going through the changes that the rainbow fish aquarium's undergone in the past like 6 weeks, because it's totally different tank now. I'd actually did it all before I took the cribs out, because the cribs have obviously changed the dynamics of that tank as well now. So yeah, that's the video that comes out on Thursday. Then that was kind of probably be the last video for this year. I was going to kind of try and have a break for over Christmas, but I've actually filmed another one, which is the Babs and Cribs, I think. Yeah, Cribs and Babs. So yeah, there will be another one the week after. So all good, all good. I like the sea chem root tabs, Darren. I'll be honest, I'll show you before the lights go out. My Lotus over the past few weeks that I put a sea chem root tab on either side, and yeah, it's looking pretty dapper, to be perfectly honest. Just so you know, that's the might as well show you while it's out. Trying to do this without taking it off the tripod, guys. So yeah, the rainbow fish tank has changed massively recently, but that Lotus is looking awesome. Sea chem root tabs. I've always used Tropica root tabs, and I've never had a problem with Tropica root tabs. I kind of like them. And then I made my own root tabs, and I didn't really think they were that good compared to the Tropica. Anyway, I ended up getting sea chem root tabs this time around. When I opened them, that smell of fertilizer, I kind of liked it. And that Lotus is looking pretty damn good at the moment. How big do they grow, garden mechanics? Congo puffers? How big do they grow? They are pretty cool puffers, aren't they? I've just put a bit of season on my finger to try it. I need a glass of milk. I'm not surviving this. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. Just keep that milk with you, man. Hot chip challenge, mate. You've got to eat it, and then you've got to wait and not drink anything. Like I say, I went 10 minutes on the hot chip challenge, and then that was it. I was like, I don't know why I'm going on anymore. But it still lasted, really. Even after 4 ice cream Snickers, yeah, I could still feel it for a good hour afterwards. But I don't regret doing it, though. It was good. It's an experience. That's the thing, Kimco, in it, with the nitrates. It's just plant food, in it, at the end of the day. Oh, it should be all right, Tracy. It's just, to be honest, it's just a little bit different again. It's just, I know my videos are me talking, but these are just like me just talking. And I don't know, seems to keep the audience better. Don't know, don't get it. Oh, mate, my barbs, I'm loving them, mate. I'm loving my barbs. I am. I'm gonna so to, like I say, tomorrow night, it's like night off. Spend an hour doing just sorting out the tanks. The CO2 tank won't take that long. The shrimp tank might take about half an hour. And I'm going to turn my two-seater sofa around and just sit watching the barbs for a bit. Because they have just like proper livened the tank up. They really have. They really have. They are incredible. I'll show you again before we lose the light in the tank. So as you can see, there is 3 of those cardinals guys from. There is 3 that's kind of survived. These are only young. These little tiger barbs and that. They are young. And in all fairness, so are the tinfoils. Look at the tinfoils. Oh God, they're so lively though. It's rock hard to film, but it's brought the cories out. There's way more cories out since the cribs went. So there's a nice little bunch of tigers there. But as you can see, they've just changed the dynamic of the tank so much. So lively. Oh God, I love them. I love them. I've always been a fan of barbs, but I always, as you know, I've always been a fan of schooling fish. I love it. I just love the way they all school together. So will the so the tinfoils can grow up to 30 centimeters, but they are normally average out about 20 centimeters. So probably 20 centimeters. Probably the tank will probably end up being a little bit too small for him. But that just means I'd have to get a bigger tank, isn't it? So there's a method in the madness, isn't there? But it'll take ages to get to that. They're not a rapid growing fish. So I had tinfoil barbs for a couple of years and they didn't really grow too fast, to be perfectly honest. You just have 4 in a 3-foot tank set up. So I bloody love him, Tracy. I love him. Barb's just so lively. Like I say, school of 18. And I know, right, so there's green tiger barbs. I'm pretty sure there's emerald tiger barbs as well, which are like a lighter green. So I kind of need to try and find them and add 6 of them too as well. And then the Odessa. I will go down to that shop this weekend and see. In fact, oh no, they're closed tomorrow. Oh, or did they? Yeah, they closed Tuesdays, which is a bit of a wounder. 6 Odessa barbs would look pretty decent in there as well. Tracy, it's got us all bad, mate, and it the addiction. I'll be honest. When I sort that spare room out, I will put some pea puffers in there. I'd like to put pea puffers in there because I've never had them. Everyone talks about them like they're just proper characters, aren't they? I really, yeah, kind of definitely want. I definitely want puffers for sure. I find my rainbows are great in the community tank, mate. As long as, like, thing is with rainbow fish, the beauty of rainbow fish is they've got really small mouths and throats. So even like neon tetras aren't really they aren't really preyed upon by them. I think I've always found them to be non-aggressive, but Reese recently has had a problem with his dwarf neons attacking his guppies. But might just because of the frilliness of the guppies, I'm not really sure. But my rainbows have never attacked endlers because the endlers in my shrimp tank end up supplying other tanks with endlers because they just get overrun. At the moment, I'm just putting them in my plant tubs. But yeah, I found rainbows to be like the ultimate community tank, mate. I just don't non-aggressive whatsoever, especially the Bozeman and Bozeman, the Lake Tubus, the Park and Sonai, the Susa. They're the 4 of the main ones that I have in mind. And even like the Madagascan, none of them are aggressive whatsoever. I like them all. To be honest, like, I'm just going to grab a drink, guys. Mollies were always like my dad's favourite fish. I've always kind of shied away from mollies, though, because of the brackish water kind of thing. Oh, I need to get a drink from the fridge because of the brackish water. So I've always shied away from them. But I've got to admit, I do like mollies. They are awesome. I like swordtails as well, but I'm kind of all my tanks have kind of gone more towards schooling fish, though. I'll move that to the side there. Give you a bit of put that there for a minute. You can check out them tin foils. There's something about schooling fish. If anyone that's in at the moment, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, you can just ding the subscribe button. It just helps support the channel so much. I do 4 live streams a week and then a video that launches on a Thursday at 3:15. Live streams are Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 PM and 2 PM on a Saturday, all GMT. Just keep the channel growing. I do now do the memberships. So only Oscars became my first member, and I hadn't really done anything with members. You always get early access to my videos on the membership because I just set it on that straight away. But I have started uploading. I've only just started, but I've uploaded a members only short, some photographs that have gone up there, members only. I'm gonna look at. I have done a shrimp video. Shrimp video is not something I'd launch on my channel because I don't ever want to go into doing shrimp videos because my YouTube mate, does that, and I'd never pretty much step on his toes really because everything I've learned regarding shrimp is off this guy. So there's no way in the world I'd never like try and venture into that. But I will put a shrimp video on for members only as well. So memberships start at like £3. Only Oscars. I was kind of shocked, to be honest. I still am. Paid for like the £5 membership. I was kind of like amazed. But it has started making me put a bit more content on there for members. And I won't feel guilty. And now I've been told, Will, that they won't knit the angels, but the angels, I'm kind of hoping they're not going to be in there within the next couple of months anyway. So, but now I've been told that they won't because I mentioned it in the shop actually a month ago that I was thinking of doing it. I was like, but I've got the angels, and she was like, they'll live with the angels, it won't be a problem. So I'll keep an eye on it. But like I say, the angels aren't really going to be in there much longer. Well, two of them aren't. Two of them I'll just rehome. But the black marble and the super red koi definitely want to try and breed them. I just tried them, and it's so spicy. I'm trying to quickly type this fast so I can get my glass of You'll be all right, Bates. You'll be okay. It's just like, it's all in your mind, mate. It's all in your mind. They're only hot because you've been told they're hot. Reese, good night, mate. I hope you're feeling better soon, buddy. So you take care of yourself, mate. There is yeah, mate. That's the one I was thinking of before, Serpa. So there's like there's a Serpa in there, and it came in on the red phantom with the red phantoms, kind of sneaked its way in. That was what I was trying to think it was before, mate. The Serpa. I think they're going to be okay in there, mate. I think they're going to be okay in there. As far as I'm aware, they won't attack. But like I say, it's only a couple of months. If need be, I'd move the angels into the rainbow tank for a couple of months if need be anyway. But I think they'll be okay. What are your dwarf rainbows like, Dane? Do they attack your guppies? I've never really had a problem with them. With dwarf rainbows, something that they seem to struggle in my tanks, to be honest. I kind of steer clear of dwarf rainbows nowadays. They never really seem to survive. Don't really understand it. I can imagine puffers. I find that with like discus follow you, don't they, from one side of the tank to the other. It is proper mad. I'd try and get 6 Kimco. They are a schooling fish, mate, so 6 minimum, really, regarding your rainbows. But yeah, to be perfectly honest, mate, Bowes Marnie, Park and Sonai, Blues, them 3, even like the Reds, but I've like just got the Reds and they're so young, they're just a silverfish at the moment. But like the Park and Sonai, even like the Susie, mate. The Susie's probably one of my most favourite rainbows. My Susie, around about 6 o'clock at night, they go this like beautiful, like electric pink colour, like a pinky orange. They're awesome. Like the Bozeman, my male Bozeman are full colour all day long, and they're just like dead peaceful. The males just might spar a little bit from time to time, but they never do any damage to each other. But they are such a beautiful addition, mate. Spent 30 minutes at the tank. It's great when they follow you about, though, isn't it? $55 should be okay, mate. Should be okay. 55 gallon, I take it you're on about, aren't you? Darren, yes, mate. Finest Aquatics is awesome. The Abyss is also awesome. Don't go in the Abyss though, mate. Don't like the owner. The thing that I can't really name it. I don't ever want to get sued, mate. But I'm not a fan of the Abyss. The Abyss is a great shop, but their after sales is terrible, mate. Not interested in you whatsoever. As long as they get your money, they're not interested after that. I'm gonna try and get him on the live stream, Will, in the new year, I think. Maybe kind of get him doing like a guest appearance on a live stream. But I think what I need to do when we do the joint live streams, the other person needs to join straight away at the same time. Otherwise, it doesn't work. When we did it with Ken the other week, because he joined the stream like 2 hours later, it didn't pull any viewers in. It didn't work. Whereas the night before, when we tested it, we were only on for 5 minutes and we had 500 viewers. Because that's like both going on opens it out to so many people. If you join later on, it doesn't work. So yeah, kind of it would be nice to have a chat with him and see if he could do a live stream one day with us. That'd be cool. Log on at the same time and like obviously he has like 33,000 subscribers. So yeah, it'd help me loads more, probably more than him, but it would be nice if we could arrange it and then kind of advertise it for a few weeks for him to come on. And then, because in all fairness, what Richard doesn't know about shrimp probably isn't worth knowing about. It's unbelievable. The yellow, it's a Banksy, mate. It's a Bankser. It's not an original, but no, mate, it is a Bankser. I got the Red Phantom Tetras, mate. I think actually they came. Well, they came. They'll be a Maidenhead Aquatics purchase, I think. Yeah, Red Phantoms. God, I'm just looking at them tigers just shoaling together. They're so good. Anna Marie, you know what, mate? I'm so glad you've joined us tonight, mate, because so I'm like, I think I'm 6 to 7 days into white vinegar. And today, I haven't felt this good for 6 months. So thank you, Anna Marie, because today I have done a full day's work today without feeling any pain whatsoever. And that is the first time I can say that in at least 6 months. So yeah, the white vinegar has worked so much, mate. It really has. Definitely has. It's helped me out so much. It's incredible, to be honest. I did say earlier on in the stream, Anna, that I've noticed a difference from day one, as I said the other day, and I weren't sure whether it was like the placebo effect kind of thing, but from the first day of taking vinegar, every day on since, I have noticed a massive difference. I've had no pain all day. I came home, had some dinner. I could feel it a little bit after that. But yeah, today's the healthiest I've felt in 6 months, mate. Easily. I've been in agony in like lots of pain for 6 months. Yeah, definitely get some, Kimco. They love the planted tanks as well, mate. And I know you do. But yeah, they'll benefit from that, mate. They'll love it. This is the problem, Kimco, innit? But yeah, try and get red phantoms, mate, if you can. Yeah, mate. Well, it's pretty. You're not seeing much in there now, to be perfectly honest. Oh, it's helped me so much, Anna. Honestly, I'm indebted to you, mate, because it's been horrendous for 6 months. It's been horrendous and getting worse and worse and worse. And then last week, each day it's got better and better and better. So it's incredible. I know, I've looked into it, Anna. When you mentioned it originally, I looked into it, and it comes up about kidney stones, but it's good for your cholesterol and everything. So knowing it's like good for cholesterol, I've been having a hot chocolate every night. Fight fire with fire, innit? Cut it off. What it is, Kimco. So I've a couple of weeks ago, I got taken into hospital with kidney stones, and I cancelled the stream because I was in agony. And then when I came back on the stream, like people were asking how I were, and we were talking about it. And Anna came in and she was like, "I suffer from kidney stones. Try white vinegar." So I have a shot of white vinegar every morning, and now, and I'll be honest, Anna, yeah, I've stopped having a pint of water, and now I just have like half a cup of water, and I don't get that swelling feeling now, mate. So you were spot on with that as well. And this was 7 days ago, Kimco. 7 days ago, and I've gone from being in excruciating pain to not being able to feel it for the first time in 6 months, just because I have a shot of white vinegar every morning for the past 7 days. Nothing else has changed. Nothing else has changed. That's the only thing that's changed in my life in the past 2 weeks, in the past week. And all of a sudden, the pain's just fading away. I don't think malt vinegar works, mate. And Will said, because I bought some spinach and to feed the fish, and Will had said, sometimes I'm not a big fan of spinach, but I'll tip spinach in a stir fry because you don't really see it. But Will was like, don't have that spinach. And I looked at that as well because I've never heard that. And spinach, the superfood, that can cause kidney stones. Like, what? What? So yeah, it's I've had my eyes opened over the past couple of weeks, to be perfectly honest. I'm new to the channel as of 2 days ago. Do you have a shrimp tank? That's what I was thinking of doing with my old 10-gallon. I do have a shrimp tank, Joseph. I do, mate. Yes. But as for shrimp, mate, Fish Keeping Answers is the YouTube channel. Guy called Richard. Honestly, mate, if you want shrimp, just check out his videos. I'd even recommend buying his book, mate, because his book's awesome on shrimp. And yeah, mate, I can't say any more than this guy knows shrimp. Yeah, definitely worth subscribing to him, buddy, for sure. Kimco. So I was like, it's quite funny, really. So kind of been told to pee into a sieve to see if I'm passing anything, right? So my mum's next door neighbour gave me this sieve, and I looked and I thought, the holes are a bit too big. A grain of salt will go through it, and I thought, too big, them holes. So I googled how big they can be. On average, the size of a peppercorn, but they can be golf ball size. I was like, what? And no way in the world I'm peeing a golf ball. Peeing a peppercorn would be bloody hard enough, but a golf ball size, shit. But yeah, mate, the pain is like intense, Kimco. Intense. But I will carry on, man. I do. To be honest, mate, I love doing the YouTube. I love it. I like doing the live streams. I want to make it my full-time job at some point. It would be nice. And no, Anna, I know this was it. First time you've ever come in the stream, and you've been more helpful to me than 2 qualified doctors. That's unbelievable, isn't it? Good luck passing that. I know, imagine it, Dane. Golf ball. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm so glad, Anna, you came into the stream that night and said something, because I would have still been in agony. I know I would. I got to the point where I was struggling. Like I say, I got taken into hospital. I was struggling. I was really, really struggling. And I took like 3 days off work just to rest. Then I was off for 2 of my days off anyway. And on the Monday, I came back in and I was in agony straight away. And I think it was that Monday night, actually, that you came in the stream. And that's where my fortunes turned around, to be perfectly honest. Cheers, Kimco. I do love doing the sort of live streams. Friday night, Kimco is, and obviously everybody else as well, is Christmas party night. So I've got a bottle of wine in the fridge. Yeah, I have to drink wine because I'm celiac, so I can't drink a lot of stuff. But yeah, I've got a bottle of wine in the fridge. Going to try and get a Christmas hat, which I know it's Christmas time, but it's proving harder than I expected to try and get a Christmas hat. And I'm going to try and get some party poppers and things like that. I don't know why. I just thought I would. And yeah, Christmas party. Sod it, innit? Friday night, 8 o'clock. 8 till late. 8 till late is what I'll say. I don't fancy doing a bottle of wine in 2 hours, but yeah, well, yeah, you're living in the dream world there, Tracy. Ain't no Santa outfit going on. I went into Tesco's before to get something, and then they had some Santa hats, but like woolly hat, Santa hat. They were £9. I thought, I'm not paying £9 because I never wear it. So I'm tight. I'm proper tight. But Tracy, the doctors didn't even give me any drugs, though, mate. They gave me a suppository, one suppository. Told me, stick that up your ass and away with you. And I was like, one suppository. It's like, yeah, that was great. Absolutely amazing. I know. I do. To be honest, mate, I do try and read out all the comments, mate. I do, and I'm so glad I did, because and I'm glad I looked into it afterwards and it's worked. It's just helped so much. It'll be interesting because tomorrow, it's 2 weeks tomorrow since I was hospitalised. and it was after this certain job that is like a killer job. So, and I believe they're having more tomorrow because it's Christmas. So it'll be interesting to see how I am this time tomorrow. Emad, you better get off, man. 1%. Take care, buddy. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, mate. My fish are happy. I'll be honest, mate. I haven't buzzed so much since getting the barbs again. I've wanted barbs in that tank for a while. I kind of made a mistake. Should have got barbs in it ages ago. So yeah, getting rid of the cribs and putting barbs in it, I've kind of like been buzzing with it. I am like the ultimate schooling fish lover though, and barbs school like crazy. So it's all good. They don't do them in my size, Tracy. That's what it is. Father Christmas outfits. They haven't got them in my size. I have an unusual fitting size. They gave me a suppository for the pain, Anna. That was honestly, they gave me a suppository for the pain. And you know, so the nurse walks in this little cubicle, gives me the suppository in a plastic coating. I suppose really they have to say, but she said, you'll be all right doing that yourself, won't you? I was like, yeah, of course. I didn't want a nurse sticking a finger up my backside anyway. But she was like, make sure you take the plastic coating off. It's like, and it was proper sharp. I'm like, well, kind of just thought, well, obviously I'm not going to stick the plastic wrap up my ass, am I? But I suppose some people probably do, so you never know, do you? I suppose they've got to tell you. I will be taking it easy, Tracy. I will. Got to watch though, because the park on WL Line's right next to a police station, so you've got to be so fast. But I always talk to the coppers to try and like befriend them all. Oh, I know. Doctors are, mate. I have beef with doctors nowadays, mate. I have. So poor, so poor. Years ago, like doctor surgery, my mum and dad go to. Oh, obviously my dad's passed away now, but my mum suffers from vertigo really badly. But like they wanted to kind of like test her out, and when she was having these like episodes, if you will. Anyway, my dad literally carried her into the doctors and said, look, she's having an episode now. She's like lightheaded, she can't walk. If you can get the test done on her now, it's going to be so helpful. And they told him it wasn't a walking centre and sent her away. I've got to admit they did regret that, because I got involved. I spoke to the duty, like the practice manager, and I fucking rinsed her. I rinsed her, and it wasn't the first time, because I rinsed her afterwards as well, because them doctors killed my dad. So I have beef with them doctors for sure. No, right. So Anna, I was so the doctor at the hospital said take paracetamol and ibuprofen, right? Yeah. So I have been. I went to the pharmacy on Saturday to get ibuprofen. They did boxes of 96. Said, can I have 2 boxes of 96, please? No, we'll only sell you 1. So I've got kidney stones. So I kind of I need 2 because I'll go through 96 like nobody's business. And she said, you've got kidney stones. You shouldn't even be taking ibuprofen with kidney stones. So it's like, so a doctor's told me to take ibuprofen, and a pharmacist said I shouldn't be taking ibuprofen. Stick with the vinegar. It's the only thing that bleeding works anyway. Honestly, oh, Joseph, they go everywhere, mate. The chats go everywhere, mate. They do go everywhere. Cheers, Anna. There is no care, Tracy. There is no care. It's incredible. It's incredible. But guys, it's like way past 10 o'clock. I am going to call it a night because I'm absolutely knackered. Get an hour before I go to bed. But thanks to everyone for joining us. Anna, I know I've said it before. Thanks so much, honestly, for the help regarding the kidney stones, mate, because I honestly don't know where I'd be now regarding the pain and work. So yeah, I honestly, I owe you so much, mate. Honestly, I'm so grateful. They are a bloody nightmare, Anna. They are. Cheers, guys. Back on Wednesday and 8 o'clock. Have a great few days until then, guys. Thanks for everyone that's been in tonight. Take care, and I will speak to you soon. Bye now, guys. See you now.